Welcome.
La 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 la.
Beautiful. You've been blessed with a beautiful singing voice, Paul.
I know, dude.
It's gorgeous.
Should have been a rock star, TJ. Should have been a rock
That's
star.
what I wanted to be as a kid.
Yeah, me too.
I had all these dreams. I wanted to be a rock star, or I wanted to be a filmmaker, or I wanted to be an author. Those were the three things that really... And then I became a lame-ass YouTuber.
Well,
instead.
you're an author, too. I mean, you're a published author.
Kind of
Self-published
author.
Whatever. You've written a book.
I've written and sold books.
Right. How many people can say they've written a book, much less multiple books?
A lot. Brett Keane.
That's true. He's one of the few people that can say that he's written multiple books. That's
Stalker.
true. You're in good company.
Yeah, I know, right?
Our dad would always say about TJ, he would always say, like, TJ wants to be a rock star? Huh, what does he mean? He's going to throw a rock at a star?
Dude, the lame dad jokes.
Yeah, I should have set him on fire.
Then also another thing, it was really funny too, was her dad would always say about TJ, like, TJ does this YouTube shit. He'll never make a penny off this bullshit.
Well, he was wrong about
He was
that.
wrong as shit about... Another thing he was wrong about too, he said Obama would never be elected.
Yeah. Oh, and I had a bet with him, too.
He died, though.
A piece of shit.
I mean, that's a pretty good reason to welch on a bet.
No, I disagree.
You disagree? Oh, well...
You hold the grudge to this day?
Yeah.
10 years later.
You know what happened? 60 Minutes was producing a thing on Obama, and I was looking at it. I'm like, yeah, I can see the momentum. This is the guy.
Yeah.
And I was like, because they were like, he might even, 60 Minutes wrapped their story up by saying he might even be a potential presidential candidate. And Dad's like, this country will never elect him.
Oh, you were talking about when he did the keynote address.
It was shortly after that.
Yeah.
No, it was after that. He was doing a 60 Minutes interview because he did this big, huge, barn-burning keynote address at the
2004
Democratic convention.
Yeah.
And then he got on 60 Minutes, and I was like, I just sensed like
The
there's
trajectory.
there's a real force behind this guy. And Dad's just like, no, never happen. You will never see a black president of this country.
I think he used different language, but
did.
yeah.
He did use different language. He's born in Bogalusa, Louisiana.
What are you going to do?
I'm not gonna lie.
Use your imagination.
But I think he actually called him an African American.
Oh, yeah. That's
right.
That's what it was. Yeah, TJ.
Yeah, that.
But
You're right.
yeah, I was like, I bet him $100. I'm like, I bet you $100 that's the next president.
It would never happen.
Never happened. And then his stupid ass dies before I even get to gloat. Piece of shit, man. Piece of shit.
What can you do?
What'd you want to be
man?
when you grew up, Scotty, when you were a little kid? What'd you see yourself as? Did you think about your career, like what you wanted to do?
I had a number of different ones. Like, I definitely wanted to play in the NFL for a while, but then I kind of... Yeah, then I realized that, like... What?
Your dreams were stupid.
I definitely had a thing when I wanted to be a rock star, too. I have thoughts of being, a lawyer and in law enforcement. I had a lot of different things. Like, kind of like...
You were all over the map.
Yeah, I was kind of all over the place, yeah.
Didn't really have a focused ambition. What about you, Paul?
I just wanted to be a fat stoner.
Wow. So you've
I made
achieved
it.
all of your dreams.
I made it, guys.
You made it.
I've arrived.
Good job, Paul.
It was hard. It was a hard life. I put in a lot of years of straight-laced bullshit, but now I'm a fat stoner.
You got to where you wanted to go.
Yeah. No, I wanted to be. The first thing I remember wanting to be was a marine biologist because I loved the ocean.
That's cool.
So I wanted to study ocean creatures, but then there's all kinds of math involved in that, so that didn't happen.
Yeah, you're like, ow, numbers, huh?
And I wanted to be like a stage actor. There are people that are
Right. Broadway's huge. And
right, but there are even people that even smaller than that. People that are paid players that local
traveling troops
people,
and all that shit.
or just local people that other productions will hire and pay to be a role in this.
Right, yeah.
I thought that would be a cool way to make a nut, but that didn't happen either. Then I thought maybe psychologist or psychiatrist, but that didn't happen either. So I've taken various stabs too.
Yeah. It's amazing how often dreams don't come true, huh?
Yeah. Well, the trouble with dreams is they require a lot of effort on the back end to make them come true, and that was always my problem.
It's like, oh, I got to actually try for this.
Oh.
I thought someone was going to come hand this to me on a silver platter, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, this is what I want. Can't I just be it? No?
Nope.
Fuck this, then.
Fuck it. Fuck this horse shit.
Well, I can tell you one thing is that actors, people who that is their profession is acting, is about 50 to 60% unemployment.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's a common job where it's like, because people always see like, oh, this actor makes so much, they make $20 million a role. It's like, yeah, for every one of those, there's like a million people are like, I'm an actor, and they don't have any work, and they're just.
Yeah, I was watching. I don't remember who it was. I was watching some episode of Inside the Actors Studio, and there was someone. They were interviewing somebody on there. I don't know if it was Robin Williams or Whoopi Goldberg or somebody.
Someone who was a famous
Doesn't matter.
actor.
Some famous actor, and they were like, if you want to be an actor, aim for actually just making that your career. Don't aim to be the star. If that's going to happen, it'll happen. But just when you can actually get paid as an actor, that's when you've made it as an actor. It's not when you're a celebrity. It's when you can actually make money acting, because that's hard enough.
And oftentimes, being an actor means working another job. There was a recent thing that came out. There was it was kind of a controversy. They made fun of. There's a dude that was on the Cosby Show.
Yeah.
And he played one of the people that was on the Cosby Show, and somebody saw him working at a
grocery store
at a Trader Joe's. And there was a story about like, look how the mighty have fallen, blah 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 blah. And it's just like fuck, like. And then when somebody actually dug into it, and he's still acting. He does stage work, and in between, he supplements his income working normal jobs and stuff. Like, acting is not like, people think if you're an actor and you're working at it, you're just making tons of money. It's like, no.
Yeah.
A lot of people get paid a little bit at a time.
Top echelon, cream of the crop shit.
Right, but there are tons of people
huge drop off after that fucking superstar level.
Oh, insane drop off.
I mean, there's like you got like your big stars, and then you got your big character actors. You might not know their name, but you see them in a lot of stuff. And then, below that, it's just like working stiff actors, people who go, maybe they get a job here and there on a series or stage work here and there.
Here's the thing, too, it's like a lot of people just think, like, acting is such a huge, it's such a wide-ranging field. Like, there's a lot of people that do television, like, I'm a television actor, so I go try to get on these shows. And there's people that are like obviously movie, and then there's just like theater and stage actors, and then they're like, like you said, they're all the way down to local productions.
I mean, a lot of actors that are working in LA and shit, they'll take anything you'll give them.
Commercial
they'll be in
work?
a play, they'll be in a commercial, they'll be in a movie, they'll be an extra. They're just looking to get their name on the fucking roll, so they have a resume. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I actually had friends from high school that went to LA and pursued that, and got in a few things, got their SAG cards and shit, and ended up just fucking petering out because the work wasn't enough, and they were just like, I'm just a waitress or a waiter in fucking LA.
Yeah. It is, as a result of that, though, you do have a disproportionate amount of really attractive waiters and waitresses.
Yeah,
and stuff
that
in
is
LA.
true. A lot of hot waiters and waitresses.
Everyone's there like, I was told I was good looking, so I came here to be a star. But
yep. Doesn't happen.
Turns out good looking for bumfuck Iowa is not the same as good looking in Hollywood.
Here's the problem, too, is that there's tons of good-looking people. It's like people see the entertainment business proportionally as a talent business, which it's like really it's wrong. It's not it's not really the case. It's a marketability. It's a business.
Yeah, that's that X factor that you can be attractive all you want, but if you don't got that thing, you ain't gonna be a star.
Some of my favorite actors are ugly as fucking shit.
That's another thing, though. Like,
if you gotta, I almost feel like you have a better chance going to Hollywood as someone who has not even a tremendous amount of talent, but a little bit of talent, but just a really weird look.
Do you know how most people really break into the entertainment business big, like the big time, like they go, bam, they're this big star or whatever. It's generally, there's really one of two ways. Like, there's been a lot of shows in the background, and then just people start noticing him, and then they kind of pipe up, and they kind of work themselves into major shows or movies, and people say, hey, this guy's great, or this woman's great. The other way is someone goes out, like, especially directors, and they just go make something. A lot of people think, like, oh, I have to go to Hollywood and do this. Like, a lot of people achieve this success by they just make a project, and their project hits big, like a Napoleon Dynamite or something, and it launches people's careers because
an indie film that was under the radar.
With Swingers.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, you have to,
Jon
like,
Favreau, too.
Yeah.
like, that's what people have to really do. It's like, fuck, like, a lot of people, they don't really succeed in that because they're just a face in the crowd. Like, to stand out, you have to make something or do something that's, like, if you're an actor, you have to have this standout role. I mean, you're not going to get that role. Like, you're not going to go to fucking Disney and go, look, I'm just so great. Yeah, maybe there's the one, in fucking 10 million that does that and it works out for him. But most people, it's just going to be, sorry, So if you really want to make that dream happen, you're gonna have to go fucking really make that dream happen. You're gonna have to make something that's worth a fuck that people just notice.
And that's easier said than
Yeah,
done.
of course. I'm not saying that's easy,
Yeah,
but I'm
I
saying
know,
that's a
you're right,
way
though.
easier chance. You have a way better chance doing being a part of something like that than you do just showing up in Hollywood and go, "Hey, I'm here,"
hoping that you're the face in the crowd that gets picked for the lottery. You know,
And like when you're talking about the talented, that's because those guys are so evidently talented. Like, you know, for example, like someone like Philip Seymour Hoffman, a really ugly guy, but a really super talented actor while he was alive. But I
Yeah.
mean, he was just so talented, it was obvious, and it doesn't matter if he's not good looking because
Well, what happens?
he's able
I
to
feel like the
capture that
trajectory of a
role.
lot of these guys who I'm talking about, they look weird and unique, and they have some about them that's just kind of like, ooh, you kind of remember that guy,
Like Tom Waite's a perfect
or like
example
Steve
of that.
Buscemi or
Yeah,
something.
Right.
Another great example.
And then they get steady work as character actors, and eventually they just get bigger and bigger roles until maybe they never have the big starring roles.
he had a big role on Steve Buscemi had a big role in
Yeah.
what's that show? Boardwalk Empire.
Boardwalk Empire, yeah.
Yeah, see, that's the acting career that I'd like to have. If I could choose I wouldn't want to be like a super mega ultra star. I'd want like a Philip Seymour Hoffman type of career where I did enough movies to make the bills, live a comfortable life and shit, but I'm not beholden to studios. I can say no. I can pick and choose projects and pick the ones that I'm passionate about. And
Yeah, dude. But yeah, I mean, it's tough to make it in that kind of business for sure. For sure.
yep.
Anyway, that's the pre-show. Thank you guys for watching, and we will be coming at you later, I guess.